Democracy is on its death's doorstep, and we play the happy Malcolm Nance
Right.
song.
Yeah.
The upbeat Nance. Yes. Oh, we were, and I was just saying yesterday, Malcolm, don't you hate it when you're trying to sell nuclear submarine secrets to someone in a peanut butter sandwich, and when you're trying to pay with cryptocurrency, and then it says the FBI agent? Oh my God, I hate when that happens.
Well, to tell you the truth, I coordinated with Frangela that we're going to do an Idiot of the Week espionage version.
Yay!
Oh.
Hey, special
That
guest star on
story
Idiot of the
is
Week.
So stupid.
I know.
Oh, by the way,
If ever there was a
anyone's
story
not-
with your name on it, it was this one. Yeah.
Oh my God. First off, if anyone's not listening to Idiot of the Week podcast,
Oh my God.
and Frangela, you're missing out.
Yes.
I told you, I actually, they caused me to hit a wall in Wales.
You told me.
So that podcast is incredible. How
Yes.
is that not one of the top 10
It's
podcasts? in America?
listen, it is wildly popular on the Sexy Liberal Podcast Network. Both Final Word and Idiot of the Week. I have the same
Final
thing.
Word?
I
Oh,
ride
yeah.
my bike, and I have actually had to text them that I rode off the road on a couple of occasions. So
So we're going to do that. So this case with the two Americans who decided that they wanted to spy for an unidentified country, and the fact that it was about submarines tells you it was Russia.
yeah,
You guys know
Yeah, okay.
I'm former Navy. I'm submarine qualified, which means I went down and memorized everything there ever is to know about an atomic submarine, including doing tours in the reactor watch room.
Yeah.
Not fun. But these people thought, what did they say? We want to help your country
yeah.
by committing straight up, literally Constitution written level treason against the United States. And here's what's going to happen to them. They're going to prison for the rest of their lives. The wife assisted him. And the wife can't really testify against the husband unless she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those times she might want to do it. She should have said, hey, he was out there doing Pokemon Go, and I didn't want to participate in it. As opposed to him putting microchips inside of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and leaving them next to a remote rock in the backwoods of West Virginia.
Yeah.
That guy's going to prison for a long time.
Maybe because I hang out with you, whenever there's an unnamed country, I always say, I'm going to guess it's Russia. Somebody stole Nancy Pelosi's laptop and tried to sell it to a foreign. I'm going to guess Russia. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Let me write that down. We have to write these down so that I have at least 4 good idiots to choose from.
Yeah.
But they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of it, I don't want to give too much away, is when so I've said this on this show before and other shows. If you think you're talking to Al-Qaeda or ISIS or some other nefarious underground organization, you're talking to the FBI.
Yes. You labeled that.
If they come back and communicate to you, you're definitely talking to the FBI.
You hashtag that around and find out. Yes, you are likely not. You were talking to an FBI agent.
You are talking to an FBI.
Yeah. So, Malcolm, I was saying, I love that everybody's giving Bill Maher credit for the slow-moving coup thing. I'm like, do you know who's been saying that? It's Malcolm Nance, Joy Reid. I mean, a lot of people. So, God bless everyone that's on board, right? But a lot of people have been saying that this is, and it's not even slow-moving, and it's not even surreptitious. It's right out in the open, this ongoing insurrection, right?
Well, God bless Bill Maher for finally catching up. I mean, I love Bill. I hope to be back on his show soon. I will remind him that on November 6th, 2020, I said on his show, the United States was headed into an insurgency. And he said, you mean like paramilitary? And I said, yes, political paramilitary. And I refer to that as the Kumbaya show. Hey, this is the...
Oh, no. Malcolm has frozen.
And I was the fly in Mike Pence's hair on that show, saying, no, this isn't going to happen. Essentially, civil war is coming. And I'm glad he's finally come around to seeing all the signs that I saw a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, and as I say, people like Joy Reid, there's just Sarah Kendzior, a lot of our friends, and, you out front there, Malcolm, this is, then when you see it, I don't know how you feel, when you see this Trump supporter say, I see civil war coming, it's like, they're just saying it as if it's something that's inevitable, that is a preferred outcome, right? I mean, and that's where all of this is going, unless we punish. I have to hope that when they don't show up this week, we are bringing the hammer down with the subpoenas for this January 6th commission, because you have got to put a stop to this.
Right. And the only way that you're going to put a stop to it is by doling out real punishment. A lot of these people who took part in the Capitol protests, Capitol riots, including people who committed violence, have gotten off with very, very mild cases, very, very mild sentences, even though they cut plea bargains. Look at the woman who flew, the realtor who flew an executive jet up with her friends to go into the Capitol and party. She got off with a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Every person who entered that building should have been prosecuted for a felony.
Yeah.
And the only way that you would get a lesser felony is to turn another person in. But to let people off with misdemeanors, no. Taking part in an attack on the United States government should be a felony. But, don't be a black guy selling cigarettes on the street corner. You'll get choked to death.
Yeah.
Don't be a guy passing a fake $20 bill you may or may not have known was fake off. You get killed. You'll get choked to death.
Well, but I say
there are two different justice systems at play here.
Oh, the one guy got let off because he wanted to go to the football game this weekend. I mean, but I guess our point, Malcolm, is it's got to go to the top. Our friend Rob Reiner, your friend and mine, just said, if you're afraid to indict this guy, Trump, because you're afraid, his cult's going to start a civil war, you've already lost the civil war.
Well, let me step in here and mimic some of the writings of some of my friends on Twitter, who include a few people who are, make-believe lawyers. One thing is, before you can actually go after them for contempt of Congress, you really have to give them the opportunity to break all the laws. They were supposed to deliver electronic material by last Thursday, and then by the 14th, they were supposed to present themselves. We're going to have to give them the opportunity to finally commit some real crimes here before they can be given a criminal referral over to the Justice Department. But this is not a Justice Department that's in the pocket of a friendly president who's letting all of his friends off the way they did with Steve Bannon and all the rest. These are people who you can send the U.S. Marshals to arrest and force to cause them to come in there. You can put out a warrant for their arrest once there's been a criminal referral, which means every law enforcement organization in the United States will have to deliver you up. So let's let this run down to the 14th, and let's see if Steve Bannon and all the rest of them want to play this game. What they're going to do is this, Stephanie. They are going to file a countersuit saying that they don't have to go. And this is Trump's game, his long game. Put everything in the courts, run it out for 2 or 3 years. Yes, I think they should do that while they are waiting in jail.
Yep. Speaking of which, Steve Bannon. So I love that Meadows has been able to go on Fox News, but not testify yet.
And
so
Bannon still has a podcast.
Yeah,
right.
And Bannon still has a podcast. Here he is.
We're proving that elections have consequences and stolen elections have catastrophic consequences. And this, for the audience tonight, to have Amanda and Jeremy and Ben that have toured all over the country, really spreading the word of populism and nationalism and traditionalism. And Ben's reporting from the border, which has been incredible. But particularly somebody I'm really proud of, has been on the show so many times and helped us co-host, is Commander Greitens. Because we're in a time, it's about leadership. We understand Biden is illegitimate. We understand Biden Biden and the apparatus stole it.
What? No.
Okay.
Malcolm, it's the big lie is so. First of all, Trump was in charge, right? Him saying, "How could this happen on January 6th? The people in charge didn't do their. You were in charge. How did Biden succeed in stealing the election when you were in charge of everything?" Right? The Justice Department, all of the Republicans in all of these states that Biden won. Go ahead.
I just want to point something out with that statement he just made. One, Forget about all the crazy lies that he just said in there. We know all about those. It's the fact that he is now supporting former Navy SEAL commander Greitens, who wasn't he the governor of Missouri?
Yeah.
Yes.
And sexually assaulted a woman in her basement.
Yeah.
Had her nude, photographed her. Oh, by the way, during an affair. This was not his wife, and she was not married to him.
Right.
And then blackmailed her with nude photographs, and they stripped him of his position, and he forced him to resign. And that guy is the hallmark of honor to Steve Bannon. This is exactly what these people are. They are dishonorable. They are disingenuous. They are pathological liars.
Yeah.
They put all of this out. They've created this information ecosphere where these are the spear tip in their insurgency, and civil war against decent people.
This has become, there's like, who is it, Travis? There's at least 3 prominent Republicans running this cycle with pretty serious domestic violence and or sexual assault allegations. It has become, the misogyny has just become part of who they are as a party. And I swear, I think of you, Malcolm, more than anybody with all of these guys, particularly the one, the Bannons of the world, of all the books you've written, started with Plot to Hack America. These are all the same. When you hear, Chairman Schiff's new book and talking about the Mueller report, and you think, oh my God, these are all the guys that committed the original treason with Russia to illegally install Donald Trump, that are still trying to illegally reinstall him. that first of all, we're in prison and we're pardoned, and here they are again.
In my book, Plot to Destroy Democracy, which is about Putin and Russia's intelligence agency plan, Steve Bannon is listed as one of Putin's philosophers.
Yeah.
He literally is the bridge from Russia destroying Western liberal democracy ideology to America. That guy is the only American I got listed in that book as part of their organizational plan. And he revels in it.
Yeah.
He is literally the Goebbels of this
but
modern fascist era.
Thank you for being literally, I think, the clarion call. There's a lot of patriots out there, but you have been not just saying Russia illegally installed him, but that he is trying to cheat with Ukraine to stay in power. He is trying to cheat to, steal the 2020 election. And it's going to happen in 2024. It's not slow moving. It's
next November 2022.
Right.
If we screw up and we don't have a blue wave that literally floods the House with Democrats, takes back these governorships, and retains the Senate, it's all done.
Thank you.
Steve Bannon and his ilk will own America.
Thank you.
And they will put Trump back into power. And then we will be fighting a fascist coup.
Thank you. Former Republicans are saying that and working toward all electing Democrats. Just they're saying this is it. This is democracy. This is it. But put in all Democrats, or we're in an autocracy. These are Republicans
to save democracy.
Yeah, exactly. All right. It'll get scarier as we get closer to Halloween, but I hope that's good enough for today.
Yeah.
Love you, Malcolm Nance.